Hey everybody, welcome to Whiskey, Lead, and Steel, Feelings Hurt While You Wait, the official podcast of Dun Dun Dun, Aggressive Defensive Solutions. With me on the panel today, in the center, of course, Commodore Jeremy Phillips, Comnav Pokety, the future governor of the Commonwealth of Virginia, and the litmus test for reasonable behavior, Lee Curling.
The handler.
The handler.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. And I am Rick. So,
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Hope you're having a great time. Hope your holidays are going wonderful. And this is the last podcast of 2024. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we've done. We've enjoyed making it. And we wanted to give you a little heads up about what's coming up next year to encourage you to like, subscribe. If you haven't, you should, because I don't know what you're doing with your life if you haven't. And if you have any friends, you should introduce us to your friends. If you don't have friends, you should introduce to the people in your circle. And they will go, oh, you watch these guys. These guys are hilarious. Maybe we should be friends. And if not, then at least they'll watch us.
If you don't chew Big Red, then fuck you.
That's right. That's right. Snow blindness is a problem in cats. Anyway, so to tell you all about some of the stuff that's going on, let's take it away, Lee. Dun, dun, dun.
Hey, well, Merry Christmas. Happy birthday, Jesus. I'm going to start with that.
Hell yeah.
After that, I'm going to go, hey, yeah. So we had a really good 2024. We're going into 2025. There's a new website. We are back on the web without a broken website.
On the interwebs.
It's the
1999.
For anybody been looking, website's been broken. Hey, WordPress updated. It broke the website. We didn't have time to fix it. But anyway, we got somewhere to fix it. And moving over to a new platform, and website's back to doing some blogs here going into 2025. Links to all the podcasts will be up on the website. The goal with that will be some expanded content based on whatever the topic is. I'm gonna make Rick write more. So, but articles.
That also means that we can say the shit we want to say and we don't have to worry about YouTube.
Exactly.
Because fuck censorship.
So somewhere early this year, YouTube just got crushing us. So I don't know what it was, but they decided either Rick cussed too much or they didn't like us talking about guns, and yeah, the numbers went and bottomed out.
They're pressing down on me.
Yeah, that's it.
The man.
Stop
pressing me down.
Stop oppressing me. We'll have a calendar, links to be able to register for the second Saturday series. We're looking to bring back some merch. What that looks like, good question. But we'll have some merch coming up. And I think that's most of it for the website.
Well,
Links to our affiliates. All
links
that.
to our
Links to our
affiliates.
affiliates.
Yeah.
Of course. I think that's a given.
Never assume.
But yeah, that being said, merch. We're finally going to get back into that, other than having a box on the back of the truck.
That we never told anybody about.
That Rick tales to tell people about on a Saturday.
But the typical T-shirts, hats, probably moto patches and stickers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're support what we do, you want to contribute to the Brown Liquor, fund, feel free to drop a couple there.
And so that'll be merch not only for AgDaf Sol, but also for Whiskey, Lead, and Steel. And then there'll probably be I would imagine there's probably going to be a crossover for Arsenal Performance.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And Lee Curling for candidacy stuff.
Absolutely. You need to start prepping up all your friends to write Lee Curling in for anything that is possibly involved in elections. I mean, we're good for the next 4 years, but we might have to primary Lee against J.D. Vance.
So going into 2025, nothing election related.
That's why he's the handler.
Second Saturday series. We're looking to move locations. Memberships will start January 1st. We're going to run that January 1st, probably for about 60 days. Members this year will end up getting obviously pre-registered for all the matches. Show up or don't show up, your choice, but you're already registered. We're going to do a couple of member-only events that are after the match. Once we actually have members that are registered, we're going to give members the choice of what they do. All right, we're going to come up with a half a dozen or so different options that are feasible options, and then we'll let the members decide amongst themselves on what they want to do for after event. So should be good. Yeah, other than that, that's kind of the match update news. But the change of venue will give us the ability to do a little bit more.
A little bit more of the dynamic stuff we used to do. Yeah.
Yep, we're gonna bring back a little bit more dynamic stuff. We have the ability to set up a little bit easier, set up in advance as opposed to the morning of. We're gonna go back to a single group, so it'll be a one group. We're gonna run everybody through and then roll into to an afternoon event after that. So that's that on that. Jim, you got any updates?
Other than the merge, the match format's going to remain the same. We're going to do one carnival ride each month.
So what we decided, we kicked this idea around. So for those of you who shot the match before, you know that we have a standard for the year. And that one's usually accuracy driven and not a lot of physicality, because we're looking for folks on the fundamentals, and that kind of serves as your barometer for how you're doing for the rest of the year. It's your litmus test. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to have another one that is just pointlessly fun, right? It's not horribly dynamic or stressful, but it's just a fun thing, shooting balloons or something like that. Yeah. And then we'll have the other 3 stages that will be our typical shoot, move, communicate, think, problem solve, get your heart rate up kind of thing going on. And we're not going to tell you what those are until you get there. But we're still doing 5 stages. We're going to do, of course, the 10 matches. And then we're going to do, I think we're doing 3 members only events over the course of the year. And then we're going to do 3 2-gun matches. And then that leaves 2 other days for either an after party training or an after party, another set. We had a lot of people who were really happy with the low light shooting competition, so we may do like a low light shooting competition. The change of venue also gives us better access to more training venue. So on the calendar, we're going to have some training sessions set up there. So once you go to the web page, you'll be able to see what training we're putting out, and then you can sign in for that and be there for that. And then the other thing we're doing, and you'll see this later on in the year. We have an interview. We did an interview with John Ranowski, the founder of Hero Kids Foundation. Phenomenal organization. If you get the chance to check them out, it's hkfva.org. They do equine and horticulture and agricultural based therapy modalities for the families of first responders. They take care of military as well, but first responders is their big focus. Cops, firefighters, EMTs. Anyway, so we're working on some partnerships, and if we can get the venue correct for that, we're looking at doing 2 pretty cool matches. One of them is going to be a team match, so it'll be 5 to 6 stages, and it'll be you and your team member, both of you on the range, on the clock, shooting at the same time. We've had some success with that kind of thing, and those will be dynamic and those will be fun, and that'll be an all-day event. You have barbecued lunch and that kind of stuff to go along with it. And then the other thing that we're looking to do is something very similar, except instead of you and your partner shooting at the same time, it'll be more like a traditional team where you shoot, your partner shoots, and then we measure the times. But that, we're looking to make that to be a pro-am. So you would come out and you would be teamed up with maybe a cop, maybe a SEAL, maybe somebody who is a semi-professional or a sponsored competitive shooter. All of the proceeds for those will of course go to Hero Kids Foundation. So we're looking to do that. So those are the kinds of things that are on the horizon for 2025, and we're really looking forward to it. And I think we're getting a handle on this podcast thing. So I think the podcast, and I don't know because I look at them and I laugh my ass off, but it seems to me like we're getting better at the podcast. I know that us getting the podcast set up seems to be going faster, so I think we're getting better at that. And, send us some ideas if you have something that you'd like to hear us talk about or rant about or whatever. Yeah, shoot us an email.
Maybe we'll have a nice bar to, you know, be doing this at this year.
There you go.
Maybe that's the goal.
I don't know if we ought to be drinking while we're podcasting.
I need it.
Oh, I think we should.
That's the whole point. I just need to find a planer, and you know, so planer joiner. If you got one, shoot me a message because you know
There you go.
that's holding the bar top up. So,
Outstanding.
all right.
Anything else?
Hey, so Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy Hanukkah.
Happy New Year, and we will see you in 2025.
Be good. Be safe.